Hello, I started meditating when I was 19 years old. I saw an infomercial on TV about transcendental meditation, and it was telling about the health benefits of meditation, and I thought that would be a good idea, so I went to a TM class and learned how to do transcendental meditation. And over time, I started evolving my own method of meditation, which I'm going to be telling you about in this video. And before I get to that, let me mention some of the benefits of meditation. There are health benefits to meditation. It helps calm you. It helps relax you. And one more benefit I found is it helps you feel states of joy, of bliss, and it helps you get in touch with various aspects of yourself so you can develop yourself better. And what I do is a chakra-based meditation. A chakra is some kind of center of consciousness, uh, and they're supposed to be located along the spine, starting at the base of the spine and going up to the top of the head. And here I'm not going to concern myself with whether chakras are actually real things, but what I have found through a chakra-based meditation is that the idea of chakras are useful focal points for meditation. And they're significant to me in that respect, at least they're useful in that respect, whether or not they have any real existence otherwise. And what I found is when I focus on different chakras, I am in fact able to focus on different aspects of my personality. And this may just be a psychological thing because I've learned to associate different parts of my body with different aspects of my psychology, or there might be something to it. Either way, it seems to work for me. So that's what I do. Before I start to meditate, I put on some music with my MP3 player. Here's the case for it. And inside it's a Zen Nomad Zen Extra. Appropriately enough, this wallet I bought for it says Zen on the zipper. And well, first I put on my earphones. And then I plug that in. And then I turn it on. And it's playing something I don't want to listen to right now. Let's change the mode. And what I'm going to do is go to some brain synchronization music. I normally listen to brain synchronization music when I meditate. And I have those in their own genre called brain sync. And I have several brain synchronization albums on my MP3 player. And I have some by Kelly Howell, some by Technomind, and let's see, there's another main one here. Let's see, that's by Monroe Products. So I have them by Kelly Howell, by Technomind, and by Monroe Products. And most of the time, I'm using ones by Technomind. And Technomind has some good ones like Alpha Meditation, Gamma Meditation, Schumann Resonance, Theta Meditation. And what these are doing is they're synchronizing the brain to a certain wavelength. Alpha meditation synchronizes it to alpha waves, theta meditation to theta waves. The Schumann resonance synchronizes it to something, I think it's somewhere between theta and alpha. I don't remember which side it's on, but It's a resonance that's supposed to be in sync with the vibration of the earth. And I use various ones at different times. Oh, let's put it on alpha meditation. And okay, then what I do is I put on a mask. This is a sleep mask, so I don't have to see anything while I'm meditating, so I have sensory deprivation. Sometimes instead of a mask, I'll use a hat. Really depends on the weather. It's like 83 degrees today, so I wouldn't be using the hat. And then I would start to meditate. Before I get to the chakras, I start by repeating to myself internally, silently, the word grounding. I just repeat grounding, 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 grounding. And I do that for a while, and I may do it for, I don't use a watch here, so I just let myself feel when it's right to go to the next stage. So after doing grounding for a while, I may go to the word foundation. I repeat foundation for a while. Then after that, I start doing the first chakra. And the first chakra has to do with basic survival concerns. And it's located at the base of the spine. And I start repeating usually three words that are associated with it. Usually health, fitness, and vitality. So I go health, fitness, vitality. Health, fitness, vitality. And I repeat that for a while. I just let myself focus on the subject matter of what I'm saying. And when it starts to feel right to move up to the next chakra, then I move on to the second chakra. And that, by my understanding, concerns itself with pleasure. And I start saying words associated with pleasure, such as desire, pleasure, enjoyment. Desire, pleasure, enjoyment. And here I'm affirming that it's good to feel pleasure in life, and affirming the importance of feeling pleasure. And I do that for a while. The second chakra is located, I'll have to stand up. Oh, I still can't stand up tall enough for the webcam. Okay, it's located, I think below the navel. And then I'm going to move up to the third chakra. And the third chakra is located more in the stomach area, below the heart. And this is concerned with such things as self-esteem, strength, power. And I start repeating words associated with that chakra, such as strength, power, dignity. And strength, power, dignity, or strength, power, confidence, or something like that. And it can vary from one time to the next, or I might vary it while I'm meditating. And after a while, I start to move up to the heart chakra, which is the fourth chakra. And the heart chakra is concerned with love. And I start repeating words associated with love, such as love, joy, compassion. I sometimes add equanimity in there, because Buddhism describes 4 kinds of love, which are love, joy, compassion, and equanimity. So I will go through all 4 of those. But sometimes I'll just do love, joy, compassion. And I repeat that for a while, and I may think of someone that I love very much while I'm doing that. And after I get a sense that it's time to move up to the next chakra, then I move up to the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is concerned with communication, with expressing yourself, with your sense of who you are. And I start repeating words associated with that, such as authenticity, honesty, communication. And I repeat that over and over again. Authenticity, honesty, communication. authenticity, honesty, communication, and so on. Now repeat that for a while, and then I'll move up to the sixth chakra, which is associated with the eyes or with the third eye, which is not really part of the body, though I guess Hinduism will say that it's there. And I start repeating words associated with that. And repeat words like vision, insight, clarity. Vision, insight, clarity. And I repeat that over and over again. And after I do that, then I do a second set associated with the sixth chakra. And I go inspiration, illumination, transcendence, or inspiration, transcendence, illumination. Okay. Inspiration, transcendence. I'm having trouble with that word. Transcendence, illumination. So I'm focusing on that around here. And then after I do that for a while, and I get a sense that it's time to move up, I move up to the crown chakra, which is at the top of the head. And this has to do with meaning and purpose in life. And I go meaning, purpose, calling. Meaning, purpose, calling. And I repeat that for a while. And then after I get a sense to move on, I'm going to move up above the chakras, above the head, and I focus on a sense of peacefulness and serenity. I go like peace, serenity, bliss. Peace, serenity, bliss. Peace, serenity, bliss. And I've noticed that there's a distinction between bliss and joy. Joy is coming from the heart. Bliss is up here. And while you might find that joy and bliss are synonyms in a thesaurus, the experience of them is different from each other, and they're both worthwhile and important experiences to have. And so I keep repeating that for a while, of peace, serenity, bliss. And after I get a sense of it's time to move on again, then I will move on to not saying any chakras at all, not saying any words at all, not saying any mantras, and just experience sort of a void there. And after that, I may move up above and go communion, fulfillment, enthusiasm. Communion, fulfillment, enthusiasm. And these are all words associated with getting in touch with a higher power. And whether or not there's a higher power or I'm just getting in touch with my higher self there, that's not really the issue here, but it's generally the final stage before I start coming back down. And once I do that for a while, then I start to come down through the same stages, repeating this, basically the same keywords or the same mantras as I was before, but going down in the reverse order, and until I finally get down to the root chakra. And then after that I go back down to grounding, and I do grounding for a while, and then I'm finished. And so that's how I do my meditation, and it's constantly evolving. It's based on my understanding of the chakras, but I've read several chakra books, and different authors say different things about the chakras. So there isn't a universal consensus about what each chakra is associated with. But generally, this works for me. And the meditation may last up to an hour or so, or I may go through it faster sometimes, particularly if I need to get done faster. And it seems to help. So you can try this kind of meditation. You can try variations on it. You can try other forms of meditation, or leave a comment about how you meditate, or if you try what I've mention in this video how it's working out for you. Thank you for watching. Bye.